Hello, welcome back, or welcome. This is Alicia with the Struggle Budget, and we are doing the first half of my binder stuffing. I say half because I have these four that are for primary bills, primarily bills, short-term sinking funds, my daughter's binder, a month ahead, and I think there's some long-term sinking funds in here too. I can't even remember from week to week, but we're going to be stuffing $1,136 today, so nice round number. And I counted it 6 times prior to this, so I'm going to go ahead and just sort it so we can get to stuffing. Hope everybody's having a good evening and you had a nice weekend, because this will probably be going up Sunday night. I am running behind still on getting these things done. I don't know what it is I'm doing aside from this, but I am just not getting all of my chores done that I need to get done. So these I have already sorted, which were 2 little items I had to pull out separate for whatever reason. I decided I had to do that. So we're going to start with the bills binder, and we are just going to stuff away. The first one we're going to stuff is the gas and tolls. It's 140, 1, 20, 40. Things have been pretty hectic already this last part of October. Let's see. Everybody's trying to cram everything in this last half of October for some reason, and everything has gotten super busy. This is supposed to have 749. I'm not sure if I want to take the time to count it, but I probably should, knowing me. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 55, 56, 57, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98. Nope, I'm sure that wasn't right. It says I'm supposed to have 749. I'm going to have to count it a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 5, 50, 6, 50, $700. I seem to be way over. See what happens when I don't count it? 20, 40, 60, 80, 10, 15, so 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 101, 801. So that's interesting. I didn't include something in my counting, apparently, and I have no idea what it is. So I'll have to go back and double check that, as usual, because I can't have a stuffing without having a mistake of some kind or an off balance. So $250 for groceries. We should have $320 in here, which I'm pretty sure we do. I don't know why I'm always off. Maybe I just counted it wrong, because I am sitting here with a headache. So when I have a headache, the brain doesn't work so well. 1, 2, 50, 3, 10, 15, 20, 1. 321. 321 is not bad, and that's probably due to the rounding that I do. Household gets 25. Yeah, I think I'm not going to recount because my counter's not working this afternoon anyway. The noodle is floating around in the liquid. I don't know what's in the liquid, but it's not making it work, that's for sure. So 15 for personal and hygiene, which is basically also things from the grocery store, but I broke them out. And Costco, I increased Costco by 25, 50, 60, 75, and I reduced my game savings by 25 because when I get closer to the holidays, I end up spending more at Costco for some reason. So we bumped that one up a little bit. Electric, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with the electric. If I'm going to leave it in the bank, take it out. I am actually, for electric, I do know I'm going to stuff the over in here. So I've mentioned before with my electric bill, I pay the bill plus a certain amount, so like $225 no matter what the bill is, because I've taken my prior year bill and averaged it out, all of my prior year bills, and averaged them out and divided them by my 24 paychecks, and that gave me about $225 a month. So what I'm going to do now, instead of trying to leave all that in the bank, because I get a little lost on how much over is left in the bank, I'm going to pay the regular bill out of the bank, and then the next month I will take out the overage up to $225 and put it in this folder. That 100, however, was because I had made a payment using a credit I had on my account. So at some point I had just been sending in the overage into the utility, and they just had a credit on account, which in some cases works good when, you know, your bank account goes down because there was a hack in the entire bank. So they have enough money and they'll continue to pay the bill until your bank account gets up. However, in Texas, you have to choose your provider, your electricity provider, every so many months or years. And mine will be coming up in 2025, and I don't want to have a large credit on that company because I can't remember exactly when the contract comes up. So I'd rather just keep the credit here. Long story on that one. So the subscriptions, I think I put back in the bank. I still haven't 100% decided, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to stay. So 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 for the garbage. That is paid quarterly. And it's garbage night, which I just remembered. So I'll have to be taking out the garbage later. Haircuts is 25, and we actually just went to get our haircuts, so I'm going to have to pull that out of here and reimburse my credit card. One annual bill. I have added up several annual bills, and instead of having a folder for each of them, I took the annual amount and divided it by the 24, and I just keep it in one folder. And then when it comes due, I pay. So life insurance is $53 for my daughter, just in case something happens to me. And then we have car insurance, my favorite. 50, 60, 70, 85. And I was just notified at work, because I'm actually in the insurance industry. It's not my favorite industry, but I've been doing it forever and ever, so I know it. I was just got a company bulletin that the company that I have my home and auto with here in Texas is pulling out of the state of Texas and Georgia. My broker, who writes my policies, hasn't even told me that yet. I suppose they won't tell me until it's time to renew, but since I'm in the business, I got a note saying, hey, Central Insurance is no longer going to write insurance in Texas and Georgia, the entire state of both. So now I have to find homeowners and auto insurance, because I had them both with the same company, because you package them, you get a discount. And the broker that I have my insurance with, I asked her, I said, hey, what other companies do you have? They have two. They have Nationwide and Travelers. So two insurance companies they write with. And brokers typically are kind of an aggregator. They have access to a bunch of companies, and they'll quote you with a bunch of carriers. Well, they're down to two. So that leaves, well, I can try another broker, and maybe they have an appointment with another insurance company, or I may have to go to the Progressive, Geico, Farmers, State Farm, Allstate, direct writer route. And traditionally, I don't care for those companies. So now I have to find that, but not until my insurance renews in I think July 1, so I have some time. And I could quote with the companies that are left and see what it's going to look like. But the problem is that those companies are going to change most likely. And they will change before my renewal comes. So there's no point. They may even pull out too, who knows. So let's move on to my sinking funds. So I bought some shoes, so I need to build this back up because I need work shoes now. Car maintenance gets 40. So $40. And I mean, I was going to look around when my insurance renewed. Donations gets 15, and I have to actually take this out and pay some for some donations at work. But I wanted the option of at least having insurance. So if I couldn't find anything better, I at least had the money. This is $5 for fun. Health and wellness gets 30 right now. So now I don't have an option. I have to find somebody else. And it's getting harder and harder because more and more companies are pulling out of the state. Florida has the same problem. California has the same problem. I don't know. Insurance companies are pick and choosing where they want to do business. And unfortunately for us in the, I guess, higher hazard zones, it's really bad news. Because I still have a bank loan. I make a monthly house payment. This is for Office, Etsy, and Amazon. It gets 25. And I don't even know if I said what the last one was. I just put it in there. I'm not sure. That one was for house maintenance. So I just don't know. With the house payment, you have to have insurance. If you don't have insurance, they will force place coverage, and it will be probably very, very expensive and provide you absolutely no benefit. So not excited about this. You could tell. You could probably tell. This one is for pet costs, dog food, guinea pig food, bedding, etc., etc. So stock up and prepping is 25. Since I live in a higher hazard state, I have to prep and I have to stock up and I have to have alternate power sources. So $20 for tires, because Lord, those are pricey. I can slowly build up this fund now. Unexpected expenses is going to be 20. And you know, since I started these binders this year, it's taking a long time to build up. But they're finally getting a little bit, knock on wood, a little bit in there. How much is this? The veterinarian gets 25. So that is the story of my life for this week. I hope you're having a good week. And that is the first half of my budget stuffing. The second half, I stuffed my daughter's binder and the month ahead. And the daughter's binder and the month ahead are kind of a snowball binder. This one I started almost from the very beginning. And this one I started a couple of months ago. So we're going to come back in another video and finish those two up because they're done in a different way. And these videos get to be too long. And you know what? I didn't finish. I'm trying to wrap it all up and I'm not done. I don't know what this is all about. Don't know. And I'm shaking the table. So, oh, maybe I do. Okay, so it's probably my wallet. So I have my money, my eating out money, and my tips. So here's my $100 for eating out for the next 2 weeks. So 50, 70, 90, 100. I know it's a glamorous folder that I have here. Envelope. Maybe someday I will worry about getting something nicer looking, but probably not. So Alicia gets 15. That must be where this is coming from. The leftover. I knew I had something left to do. I had been giving myself 13 and I just didn't want to deal with all the ones. So I switched it up and I'm going to roll this over and then I'll probably deal with it next week. the next stuffing for the end of the month. And then tips, I have 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I like to give cash tips when I can. So here we go. I had a little rollover there. If I still have rollover at the end of the month, I will take it and allocate it to a sinking fund or a folder. I had been putting tips in fun. I had some leftover food, but had been using it. I used it the next month. So I had one good month and one bad month, or one 2-week period and one good 2-week period. So anyway, now I'm done. Thank you for watching if you stuck it out, and I will see you in the next video.